You're watching news headlines on mining.com. Barrick Mining is reportedly considering breaking itself into two separate entities, one focused on North America and the other on Africa and Asia. Now, quoting sources familiar with internal discussions, Reuters says the move could include selling its African mines and Pakistan's Reko Diq project once financing is secured. A company spokesperson declined to comment, but interim CEO Mark Hill said Barrick does not address market speculation. Now, the talks, still preliminary, would reverse its 2019 merger with Rand Gold and sharpen focus on Nevada in the US, where Barrick is developing a major 4-mile gold project. Shares rose 3% on the Toronto Exchange following the report, as investors welcomed the potential restructuring amid record gold prices. Lithium prices surged in China after Ganfeng Lithium's chairman predicted demand could grow up to 40% next year. Futures on the Guangzhou Exchange jumped 9% to nearly 95,200 yuan per ton, their highest since mid-2024. Chairman Li Liangbin said demand growth could drive prices as high as 200,000 yuan per ton, boosting shares of Chinese lithium producers. Investors also cited supply concerns after CATL's flagship Jiangzhou mine in Jiangxi remained closed for safety checks, forcing the company to buy ore elsewhere. Well, gold prices eased at the start of the week as traders scaled back bets on a December rate cut by the US Federal Reserve. Spot gold slipped to about $4,070 an ounce, after briefly topping $4,100. A stronger US dollar also weighed on bullion, making it more expensive for foreign buyers. Markets now see just a 45% chance of a rate cut next month. That's down from more than 60% a week ago. Despite the pullback, gold remains up over 55% this year, on track for its strongest annual gains since 1979. Now, China added an estimate 15 tons of gold to its reserves in September, part of a broader wave of central bank purchases after a quiet summer. Goldman Sachs estimates total central bank buying reached 64 tons that month, triple August's volume, and likely continued through November. Analysts said strong buying reflects a long-term shift as countries diversify reserves to hedge against geopolitical and financial risks. Gold, which hit a record above $4,380 an ounce in October, remains supported by this demand. Goldman expects prices to climb towards $4,900 an ounce by the end of next year, driven by continued central bank accumulation and looser Fed policy. Well, Gold Fields says developing its Windfall gold project in Quebec in Canada remains financially sound, even though capital costs have more than doubled since 2022. The miner now expects to spend up to $1.9 billion compared to an earlier $790 million estimate, reflecting a larger, more advanced plan. CEO Mike Fraser told investors the company went in with eyes open, citing the project's scale and long-term potential. Windfall could produce over 3 million ounces of gold across its life, making it one of Canada's largest undeveloped deposits. Gold Fields shares rose after the update as output rose 6% last quarter and costs fell to $1,835 per ounce. And that's where we leave your news headlines for now.